Okay folks, welcome back to another episode, Young Nomads, of course, where our motto is live free. And on this episode, as promised, as you can probably see behind us, we've come into the entrance of Port Lincoln, and I don't know what it is, every time we come here, there's just something that just pulls on my heartstrings and I froth out the seams. I don't know, I feel like a kid on Christmas Day. I've got tingles just talking about Port Lincoln. It's just a calling. Yeah. For me when I get here, almost, because you're by the ocean, there's so much to see, so much to do. And how are you feeling about being here?
Excited.
Super excited. Just
We've
just
got
half awake.
something up our sleeve for Demi, so hopefully, and for us as well. When? It's going to be happening on Sunday.
So we've got something cool that we're doing as a surprise for Demi. We'll shoot it. It's looking really good. The weather today, not so good, which we knew. Over the next few days, not so good. We packed up in the rain today to move on from Port Gibbon to here, but the weather gets better over the next few days, particularly in 2 to 3 days time, which is perfect timing for the special surprise that we've got for Demi. The weather is absolutely primo for this time of year. So love Port Lincoln. We're looking forward to showing you the sights and scenery. We're going to do some family stuff, a lot of touristy stuff, adventure stuff around here. We'll get into Port Lincoln National Park. We've got some 12 volt work that's happening on the old girl, on the caravan, but I'm pumped. You pumped? All right, let's have a look at this harbour anyway as you drive into Port Lincoln. So there's the main sign, as you can see, to the entrance of Port Lincoln as we come in. As we mentioned, this is tuna country. And then, I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can, let's see. These bushes I haven't been here for a couple of years now. Last time we came here was with my old boy, Leah and Woz, and the boys as well. We went to the Maritime Museum, so we'll actually try and get back there to the Maritime Museum. It's really cool, even though we've done it before, we love it. There's a lot of cool history there, maritime history there, and it's just got this real rustic, authentic feel to it. So there she is, mighty Port Lincoln in her element. Yoo-hoo-hoo. All right, so we've just come down to the famous Port Lincoln Foreshore line here, right in the heart of Port Lincoln on the main road. Beautiful grass area here, so great space to pull up for the kids. And we're going to take the little one on a bit of history lesson, just to show you a few little special pieces along the foreshore line here. But the last couple of days we haven't done anything. We've just bunkered down in the caravan for 2 days. Not every day is paradise when you're travelling on the road full time, because the weather has been absolutely horrendous. 25 knot winds, we've had to bunker down. It's clearing up today, and tomorrow we're off on our special adventure. So stay tuned for some footage of that, but we'll show you some of the Port Lincoln foreshore line along this famous stretch of coastline here. And this is what we wanted to show the little one. The famous horse, Mackay Diva, this statue. Famous horse. Okay, a beautiful sculpture which commemorates what Port Lincoln's absolutely put on the map and famous for, the tuna polar. Catching the bluefin tuna. This is the old traditional way they used to do it. There's some cool documentaries, if you haven't seen it, on YouTube about how they used to, before they used to farm the tuna in the big pontoons that they've got now, how they used to go out and catch them for up to 3 months a year. This is the old traditional famous way where they've got the bamboo pole line to your hook, straight off the back into the school of the tuna. Bang. Beautiful piece. And as a fellow fisho, this is my kind of sculpture. Absolutely love it. The detail's awesome. You can see there the fly just hooked into the corner of the tuna's mouth. The water, breaking the water surface. So as you come down to the Port Lincoln jetty, there's this cool sort of enclosed protected pontoon area that you can swim and dive in. There's actually some kids swimming today. It must be keen. It's all of about 20 degrees, 21 degrees and windy. But I'll just show you so you can have a look if you ever come down this way and the weather turns it on for you. It's nice and warm. You can come swim here and be nice and protected. We'll swing the camera around in a moment. It's just pretty blowy.
It's like a lap pool. People are lapping.
Yeah, there's people doing laps in there as well. Keen. It's probably warmer. We were just saying it's probably warmer in the water than out.
Yeah.
Check it out anyway.
So many people.
Oh, he's filming. Quick, film on it.
Go on. Show us what you got. Hey, the old back slap. Oh, mate, show us how it's done. Oi, the big suey. So we've just pulled up some lunch and we found a nice little table and chairs here, as you can see. Got the playground over there. We can keep an eye on the little one. You.
So convenient.
Yeah.
We're on the foreshore of Port Lincoln, so
check out that for a lunch backdrop, eh?
that's what it's about.
Oh, I love this place. And on the menu this afternoon, we've got sausages and bread. Nice and simple. We just bought an induction cooker, which we were just saying, yeah, we're going to get an induction cooker working for the car, but if we didn't have the gas cooker, we couldn't have come here to do this.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know. We'll see how we go with the induction.
Makes you realise sometimes, you know, that
the gas is good because you can take it with you anywhere if you're away from the car like this, but obviously if it's windy, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. You got to carry butane cans as well. As you can see, I've got like a little shield that goes around the actual gas cooker itself. Okay, the day's arrived. Demi's surprise day. How are we feeling?
Nervous.
Any ideas what we're doing yet?
Shark diving.
You think it's shark diving, do you?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
There's sharks everywhere.
Okay. And what were the tips that we gave you of what we're doing today? What does it involve?
Swimming, boats, captain.
Anything else?
I don't really understand the captain part.
So Demi was asking us, she's like, can you give us tips of what we're doing? Mel was like, well, you have to wait. The captain will probably announce what we're doing. And then she asked me, she's like, Papa, tell me what you're doing. And I'm like, involves this. Swimming. And the other tip was?
Boats.
A boat. Obviously, because of a captain, yeah? Anyway, sit tight. You're going to see what we're up to today. Let's get into it. You.
look at
Read
the card.
I thought it was like different sea life animals.
What did you hear? Did you not hear the captain
I
say?
heard like sea life animal activities or whatever. I didn't really hear properly.
Well, what's that card
So
look like?
what's on that card right there?
The Australian sea lion.
So what do you think we could be doing?
Hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Do they
And?
bite?
What did we say we're doing? What was the tip?
Swimming.
Yep. And we're on a boat. Tick. You met the captain. We talked. And now we're going swimming was the other tip. And what's in front of you?
With?
The Australian sea lion.
We're going swimming with Australian sea lions.
Does that excite you? Yeah.
I thought it was shark diving though.
Would you prefer shark diving? We can arrange that if you want. found the best four-wheel drive caravan car wash I've ever seen or been through myself. I'm here at Q Eco Car and Truck Wash, just on the outskirts of Port Lincoln. We're on Ravendale Road. I'll drop it in the maps down below here, but if you're a caravaner, you want to wash your caravan and your car before your next destination, this is a must stop, because you can see behind me it's huge. You've got full undercover here, and you can get down both one side of the caravan and the car, and then you've got on the other side as well a broom and a wash high pressure hose on each side. And the other great thing I'll point out, legends, is you've got under body wash as well. So under there, I don't know if you can see, but under those grates there's high pressure hosing that goes up and cleans the underbody of your caravan and your car. Super awesome car wash, heaps of room, fully enclosed, undercover. You can pay by both coin and you've got card there as well. So you don't just need coins. If you've got a card, you'll be all right. I've never been so excited to clean the caravan and the car in one, because normally you've got to break it up over two. So it's taken me about 20 minutes to clean the gear up. Our home away from home, our home on wheels. One of the things Mel and I are absolutely loving about being on the road is your domestics take so quick to do. Like vacuuming the caravan, 5 minutes, it's done. Cleaning it for the week, maybe 20 minutes at most. Cleaning the car and caravan together like this, 20-25 minutes. So simplicity when it comes to those domestic cleaning duties. When you've got less, there's less to clean. All right, we're on to Coffin Bay now. Here we go. All right, so we've arrived in Coffin Bay. We're staying at Coffin Bay Caravan Park. As you can see, they're all set up comfortably.
Relaxed.
Feeling super relaxed. We've got a pretty good site. I'm happy with where we are.
Yeah.
Big corner site, site H1.
Corner sites seem to have more space on them.
They do. Well, it's a bit like corner blocks, corner houses, always bigger parcels of land. It's a bit like that with caravanning, which works well for us to get the tinny off the car. H1 is the campsite. H1.
1H is the ward I used to work on.
So, yeah, I'll take you for a little bit of a spin of the setup. We've just got a bit of lamb roast shoulder on the Weber Q. Yep. I keep saying Q Weber, I keep getting told off for that. Yeah, today's been a bit drizzly, bit overcast, bit yucky, pretty cool. It's the worst day of the week, so we've taken the tinny off the car anyway, so we're ready to hit the water first thing tomorrow morning. I'm going to get out there nice and early before sunrise, have a little bit of a session, just do a bit of recce, have a bit of a fish and just suss out myself around the area, and then I'll pick Mel and Demi up around 9:30 once she's done her schooling, had some breakfast, and we'll head out in the tinny for a little bit of a session tomorrow. So weather's turning pretty good. We're booked in for the Oyster Walk tour as well, so we'll show you that tour itself and we'll give you some details on it, and then we're also going to be heading into the Coffin Bay National Park just to show you some cool beach, because we've got some epic weather coming up, particularly on Saturday. It's going to be 30 degrees, bugger all wind, couldn't ask for better conditions, perfect beach going and national park day. So anyway, I'll just show you around. As you can see, Sleeping Beauty's over there.
Not on their bed.
Not on their bed, which we bought. We bought two of them, didn't we? We bought two Wanderers and they're not even using one. So we're definitely going to send one of them back home. We only need one. Got the Weber Q fired up. So we're having roast lamb shoulder tonight. Phew. But yeah, this is kind of our setup, as you can see. So this is what we're saying with the corner access. We can park the car over here. We've got all this extra space over here, over this side. And we've got the almighty tinny. Timmy the tinny ready, fired up, ready to go tomorrow. So we're all loaded up. I've just put some fuel in today. Rod holders ready to go, and hopefully we can get onto some seafood for dinner tomorrow night. But stay tuned. We'll see what's come up fishing. We're getting those lines wet, boys and girls, and we're tight lines and hopefully bending rods. Here we go. Oh yeah, cooking nicely. So, seasoned lamb shoulder, just buy it in the packet from Woolies. What's it got on it, love? Rosemary?
I think it's like rosemary, garlic.
Rosemary, garlic,
all sorts of herbs.
Should have shown you the packet, but yeah, it's just pre-packaged from Woolies. So yeah, not too bad. Pre-season, just cook it up straight in the Weber queue.
Yeah, because then it's been marinating in its flavours and stuff as well, so that's nice.
And what do we got on the boil?
Got peas, corn, broccoli, cauliflower and peas, and then in the oven we've got potato, carrot and sweet potatoes.
Yummy. And I see something behind there, more importantly. What is that?
We made cupcakes today.
What flavour?
So these ones are vanilla, and we've got
Oh my god, my favourite.
vanilla butter cream stuff to put on them, but the bag had just ripped open, so we're like squeezing it out from here.
That's alright, I can help with that if you need.
All goes down the same way, doesn't it?
Alright, so that's for dessert.
So I'm just heating up some hot water for some gravy.
Alrighty. Roast lamb, cupcakes for dessert. And they call this camping. Anyway, we'll show you the finished product once it's all ready. Alright, here's the finished product as promised, and it looks absolutely divine. G'day. Tastes good, sweetheart? Must be mouthful. Chewing away. Anyway, that's us for the night. Bit of grub. Off to an early night, up early tomorrow. Tight lines and bent rods, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Alright guys, hooroo, have a good night. Well, good morning folks. It's an early start, and today we're off to wet a line again, off to Farm Beach. This time we're driving over. But in saying that, the weather conditions are looking far more superior than when we went out on Wednesday. So yeah, 8 to 10 knots supposedly today. A nice day too, so pretty much sunny most of the day. 27 degrees, so you can always tell a fresh morning brings a warm day, because have a look outside. We have fog, and we have sunrise as well, just over there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, we've just left Coffin, on the way to Farm Beach now. She's foggy. Taking it nice and easy down this corrugated road with the little trailer on the back. How beautiful is that sun colour look? So yeah, today we are chasing whiting, and if we get some time we might even put some time in to get some squid as well. Have a look at that. Oh, this is living. Absolutely loving it. So stay tuned, here we go. Let's get a line wet, hopefully a bent rod or two. All right, we've launched off Farm Beach. It doesn't get any better than this. Glass off, baby. Here we go. Out to the mark. We'll punch out wide. We're heading toward kind of Sir Point Isaac Point, I'd say, on the other side. Anyway, let's get on some ground. Check it out. We're on again. So it's got a bit more pull to it. So we're just at the beginning of April, which for whiting season's a little bit early, hence why we're probably catching a few high 20s at the moment. This one might push 30s. The burley trail's going a bit better now. Yeah, it's going to be right on the limit as well, I reckon. Let's have a look, shall we? My bet, right on 30. As I said, it's just before Easter, April. These guys really fire up here, more so around, oh yep, that's 32. Yep, 32 and a half. We've got a keeper. So now we've caught about 4 or 5. First one on size, the remaining undersize. What I do, just to keep the trail going a little bit, just give the burley pot 3 or 4 pulls up and down, just so it keeps that scent going. If they're coming in, you might as well try and keep them here for as long as you can. We've just got slow releasing pellets today. All right, let's drop back down, see how we go. There we go, now the squid rod's getting hits again. There we go, we're on. There we go, we'll grab that rod, we'll strike you in a minute. So, this is the advantage of squid, you can have a few good cracks at it. That's why I set one rod up with squid. Just set and forget, leave it off the front there. And then the other rod I've got cockle on. Obviously that one I'll hold because softer bait, easy to get off. Come on, have another go. Let me show. It's funny, just as I pulled that pot up and down a few times, bang, 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 bang. This rod's on the front near the burley pot too, so there's a hot tip for you. If you're ever fishing on the boat with someone, go as close to the burley pot as you can. Normally when I take Mel or Demi out, I'll put them at the front here and the burley pot right next to them so we can get them on pretty much straight away. Oh, yep, here we go. Little tap. Playing with it. Yep. No. Yep. Well, this one's a lot smaller, I reckon. There you go. Yo. Happy days. They're right on the cockle. As soon as this one hit down, bang. We've got a double header now. We're both on both rods. Not what we're after. Yep, thanks mate. Always the way, just as you turn the camera off, bang, you get a hit. Yeah, the old famous mighty King George, South Australian King George whiting. Doesn't get much. Right up there with table eating fish. This one's going to be right on the limit too. Even when they're right on the limit. Yeah. 29. Back he goes, mate. Fatten up, feed up for winter. Cockles seem to be their preferred bait, even though I'm getting hits on the squid. I'm probably getting 3 to 1 hit on the cockle versus the squid. Just a little tip as well, you can probably see just there my cockle shells building up. A lot of whiting fishermen would tell you, some of you may already know, but don't throw them in the water when you're fishing for whiting. Because what ends up happening is, as the current takes the shells with it, there's obviously a little bit of leftover scent and cockle residue in those shells. And what it's going to do for you is going to pull the fish away from your burley trail and they're going to follow the shells. So I always keep my shells there until the end of the day, and I get rid of them once I'm done for the day. So there's a tip. Anyway, let's see if we can, literally as I turn the camera off I got the hit then, so let's see if we can get a strike on camera. Come on, you good thing. Tight lines, bent rods. Oh. Love this rod. It's just a little Daiwa Infinity with a Tier Daiwa 2000 reel on it. I've got about 8 pound worth of braid. Super sensitive, feel everything. Just really enjoyable for this smaller to mid-range fish. Mainly smaller table eating fish, but yeah, just a great little balance. Great with cockle obviously because it's really super sensitive, so if they're just sort of sucking at it, nibbling at it a little bit, you really get to feel the full enjoyment of every bite from the fish. They must be camera shy, guys. Maybe I'll turn it off. Oh, yep, there we go. That was a good pull. Oh, I dropped him. Might be baited there, but gee, that was a good pull, that one. Straight back down, see if it'll take the top hook. I'm going to finally go the bottom hook first. Oh yeah, we're on it. Good pull, that one. Oh yeah, this is a keeper. Good pull. Well, I was literally just checking some settings on the GoPro and we got that big pull. Yes, that's more like it. That's a keeper. That's what we're after, folks. For the size. Woo. Happy days. What we got there? 34.5. You. Just stirred the burley pot again. A little bit up and down action. So I might be undersized though. Put another 32 in the esky just before. That one's way too small. Back she goes. Today we're headed off to the Oyster Farm walk tour, so we're going to show you that experience. We'll share with you the produce that Coffin Bay is absolutely renowned for. I think it's $50 per person, so there's 3 of us doing it for the oyster experience, where they talked about the history and how they farm them and whatnot. So looking forward to that. You do get oysters to sample obviously as well, and we bought an additional package. I think it was $25. Was it $25?
Something like that.
Oh, no, $35. $35 I think it was. So we're getting some local king prawns. We're going to try a little bit of abalone and local mussels as well. And we get a little glass of Riesling. So looking forward to that. And look what's arrived in the post. We're already 3 weeks into the trip and we're GoPro down. So we had to order a new one, which we got expressed to us from Adelaide, because there's nothing here that you can buy in Lincoln. Even there's no GoPros available. Obviously as we get more regional it's going to get harder, so I just ordered this click and collect from JB back home in Adelaide. Thanks to the old boy who picked it up, posted it to us. Here's a lesson: if you're coming and you need stuff to Coffin Bay or beyond Lincoln, I guess it takes 2 days express post. So this was express post to us on Monday, and we got it here in Coffin Bay Wednesday, because apparently it takes a week to get to Lincoln, a day to get to Lincoln, and then a day to Coffin Bay. So we'll be unwrapping this bad boy. Not everything happens perfectly in production and shooting mode, so one down, hopefully no more to go. All right, stay tuned. We'll hit you up when we get on the oyster tour, and let's rock and roll.
Like having a little chat about some of the local oyster growing areas around here in South Australia. And we'll start with Matthew Flinders, who was 26 when he came over on his boat, the Investigator, in the 1800s, to discover whether Australia was a group of islands or whether it was a continent of its own. At this point, it hadn't been charted the whole way around. So we'll start up here at Denial Bay, and we'll go through along some of the bays along here, and we'll quickly see that Matthew Flinders was a very literal man when it came to naming some of the places that he discovered. We'll start here at Denial Bay, and Denial Bay gets its name from the story as the Investigator went into Denial Bay. They thought that they could see a river mouth entrance that would allow them to access the mainland via this river. But those of you who've been to Denial Bay know that there is no river there. So he was denied access when he got there, therefore he named it Denial Bay. Coming then down to Smoky Bay, this gets its name from the haze and the smokes from the Aboriginal campfires that they could see as they came into Smoky Bay. Bit of a pattern forming here. Streaky Bay, now some of you may be thinking he's a fan of the old flash and dash, but there's none of that going on. Streaky Bay gets its name from those beautiful long streaks of green seaweed that contrast that lovely white sand they have there in Streaky Bay. Coming down then to Anxious Bay, this gets its name from an event that happened on board the Investigator. There was a storm one evening and the boat almost hit a reef around Anxious Bay, and therefore the tension was very high on board, everybody was a little scared, a little anxious, so they named it after that event there, Anxious Bay. Some of you that have been to the National Park, there's Avoid Bay as well. That was named by sailors who had discovered that it's very rocky around that area, and to ward off other sailors they've named it Avoid Bay. So a bit of smarts going on there too. So coming down then to Coffin Bay, nothing too sinister about this name. It comes from Sir Isaac Coffin, who was a good friend of Matthew Flinders, who helped him build his boat the Investigator before it left the UK. Then coming around to Port Lincoln. Port Lincoln is named after Lincolnshire in the UK, which is Matthew Flinders' hometown. He said the beautiful scenery there reminded him of his hometown. Probably a bit more sunshine than we have too. And then lastly, coming down here to Encounter Bay. This is named after an encounter Matthew Flinders had with Nicholas Boudin, who was another explorer who'd hoped to charter and discover a lot of the southwest coast first. But when he found out, he was a little upset. So Flinders said to him, we'll name this one after you. We'll name it Encounter Bay. I think it'd be called Boudin Bay or something like that.
So folks, we're on the oyster tour. Here we go, a little bit of history as an intro there. We're just about to wade out into the water now, and stay tuned for some of Coffin Bay's finest.
Scary. Oh, yucky! At least I'm not touching it, which is okay. But I'm scared I might be hiding.
This is pretty cool. I'm excited.
I'm glad I'm
Excited to try some amazing.
Shuck. You're the shucker.
I'll learn how to shucker.
Mana chucker. Mana chucker.
A lot of it, more of a gentler swishing motion as opposed to a dry tumbling that would break the shells. I'm going to come anywhere around this soft part of the shell. If you're a lefty, it's the same way, but just on the opposite side. Okay, so I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to drill down, twist, 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 twist till I'm in, flatten my knife out, push it in. Okay, once it's in, I can turn it 90 degrees, then back to myself with the blade pointing towards me, and then I'm going to cut the top of the muscle that's just underneath that hat. Pull him open. There we go. Little wash. Yeah, of course.
If you buy them like that, how long will they keep for?
So they should keep for around 8 days if they're unshucked. Keep them in the fridge around 5 degrees. If you're travelling around, a wet tea towel in an esky works just as well.
Ready?
Or if you are near the sea and you buy some, go and grab yourself a bucket of seafood and pop them back in there, and they'll keep filtering.
They're good.
Yeah, so about 8 days. Everybody got? Oh no. Yeah, of course. I'll bring it down for you guys now.
No, flip it, blade.
Yeah, please use those. Just put them
Hang on. Come on, flip over.
Look at that, good. There you go, straight.
Mine around here somewhere.
No, don't do that. Go through, that's it, straight in. Now turn the blade the other way. No, that's it. Now up, flip the blade, no, the other way.
I already flipped it.
That's it. Now turn the blade and now go back towards you. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, you got it. That's it, you got it. Now pull the shell off. Well done.
Where's my mushroom?
Now rinse it off first. Remember you got to rinse it in the water. Okay, now use the back side of the knife, this side, right? Yep, to disconnect it. Be careful, you got the sharp side going towards you. That's it. Disconnect it, cut it from there a little bit. That's it. Now this just here. Where your fingers are, yeah, that's it. That's it. Good girl. Well done.
Good job.
Now the flippy part.
Flip. Come on,
That's
flip.
it, beautiful, that's it, you got it. And now you serve it to Papa.
Here you go.
Well done. She just shucked her first oyster.
Second.
How was it?
Good.
Let's have a look. Fine. All important taste test, right? Oh, that is the best shuck oyster I've ever had. Thank you, my dear.
I flipped it.
Good girl, Demi.
Gotta rinse it.
Anyone want this one?
Oh my god. Good effort, hon. Good effort.
Cheers.
Beautiful.
Forgot to have lemon.
How many have
Lemon chaser.
you had, Papa?
I think we've had about a dozen each.
Should I have one? Can I have that one?
Are you gonna
No,
eat?
Mum's had more than me.
I've already had. You gave me one. Probably not with all that dollar. I think this one's called Tim. She's only 6 months
Tiny
old.
Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Oyster Jerry.
And then we've got Jerry.
How old's
How,
Jerry?
I think she said he was 10.
10 years old.
10 years old. We can't eat this.
20
It's gross.
years old.
They're sucking good, don't they? So what can you tell me about this style of oyster farming here?
This is old style. This is how they used to.
Where was
do
it originated from?
Cow.
No, France. This style was originated in France before two brothers from Cow created the new baskets
Look at them.
that they now farm with.
They're so small.
I was listening, sort of.
She just had cocktail, wine and oysters on the mind.
Oysters, yeah.
It's so deep.
I must say, great tour, value for money, definitely there. The hosts, the girls made it an awesome experience, but it's like history in one. You get a good amount of oysters, don't you? Like, we were surprised for the value for the tickets. I think $50 each. You get an abundance of oysters. Highly recommend this. And Demi, did you have a good time as well?
Yeah.
So it is kid friendly, even though you may have kids who don't like oysters, they still get to have a good time. You had a great time, didn't you?
I cut some.
Well, as you
Got
see,
to open some oysters.
she shucked her first lot of oysters, first time ever.
Yeah, and she did really well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay folks, welcome back. So today is Family Adventure Day and we are at somewhere epic. We've got it to ourselves, can you believe it? We are at Greenlee Beach and at the Greenlee Rock Pools. Let me spin the camera around and just show you. and we've got the place to ourselves at the moment. As I said, a lot of people camping up and down here, but we've come, tide's probably at the bottom of the tide at the moment, swinging coming in, so it's not too deep, but you can see it's deep enough for the fur babies. They're loving it. Mum's loving it. We call them mountain goat dogs. Coming over here, it was a bit like that, but have a look at how crystal clear this water is. It is fresh. It's probably waist deep at the moment. There's a bit of a hole there.
Starfish.
Yeah.
In the water with it.
Yeah. We'll show you all the starfish in a moment, but have a look at this for a protected rock pool. Go freestyle dog. Go freestyle dog. Max is like, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. You going in for a dip, kiddo?
I'm going in.
If
You.
it's not cold.
Baby. 2,
1.
How is it?
So good.
Is it
Oh,
cold?
so refreshing. Ooh.
But remember at
No!
remember at if you stay in there, it'll get you warm up.
Wet. Basically all wet.
It'll warm up.
Now you.
Greenlee rock pool legends. Get around it. We've got it to ourselves, as I said. Doesn't get any better. Crystal clear waters. This is how it's done. That is like a James Bond scene, but with the dad bod. So just a little tip, if you're coming down to the Greenlee rock pools, as you can see, we've got some wetsuit booties. Demi, show us your little green machines. So as you can see, the walk down is pretty easy going, but it definitely would help having booties. Wouldn't recommend doing it in thongs. We came down with 2 dogs, as you've seen, and with the wetsuit booties, it just made it a little bit easier for the descent. So, but yeah, it's just an average decline and incline back home, a bit under average, so pretty easy to get to. A couple of minutes and you're down to the rock pools. So. All right, so I did make a little boo-boo, little oopsie. I swear I read you could have dogs go into Coffin Bay National Park. I literally Googled dogs permitted Coffin Bay National Park, and being a typical male, the first thing that popped up is I read dogs are permitted on leads, but then I realized in the heading above that was for the oyster walk in Coffin Bay. So we literally paid for our permits to go into the national park today. As soon as we got in there, we've seen the signs, no dogs. U-turn. So anyway, where are we?
We are at Long Beach, which is just before the entrance of Coffin Bay National Park. So,
Long Beach.
and you're allowed to have dogs here,
Yep.
providing they listen to you on command or you have them on restraints, and that you don't hassle anyone else about their dogs or, you know, engage in any dog fighting. All the rules are at the top up there at the entrance, so
Yeah.
you can see what you can and can't do with dogs, but you can definitely have dogs here.
Awesome. And how hot does my wife look? She looks right in her element right there. Beach babe, goddess, beach princess. I'll swing the camera around because it's really good and we've got the whole beach to ourselves. Dogs are off the lead, they're having a ball. It's calm, the tide's out, but it's starting to push in. The wind is dying as the afternoon goes on. So I'm gonna swing the camera around, I'm gonna show you. Check out this, folks, where we're at. We've got the whole beach to ourselves. Doesn't get any better than that, eh? The entrance is only a few k's, not even, down there. I did go down to 20 psi, thinking there was a bit of adventure, but it's pretty much like a concrete jungle here. You can get on without deflating pretty much. It's a bit soft at the entrance, first coming onto the beach, but once you're on the beach, it's all sort of this compact sand. So, yeah, down for no reason probably, but we're thinking tomorrow, what we'll do, the three of us will go into the national park. We'll leave the babies at home and we'll just spend a few hours going into the park and having a look around. But anyway, grub's up. Check it out. Yoop. Sausages, onion, in the bun. Good for your tum-tum. This is us. Couple of bevies. Beautiful afternoon. On the beach. All to ourselves. How good's life? Have a look at this. Talk about it popping. Woohoo! Yeah. Sunset, baby. Oranges, pinks, purples, blues. The Eyre Peninsula. Absolutely primo mint. Epic. What a great day, hey babe?